Did they pay you double for 2 roles?
You should represent me. Yeah, I like the way you think.
Amen. Start this shit with a bang.
Ryan Coogler 这次自编自导自制罪人 Sinners， 演员们也是个个火力全开，群戏力量超强大，各自为政时又能独自精彩，大荧幕魅力真的放大绝。
Michael, it's never easy to play twins for an actor. So you say you were a little bit nervous in the beginning. So what exact moment was that you thought, okay, I know how to do this. I own the characters now.
I think that was a day-to-day thing. You know, I think the technical aspect of it all was very challenging because just how we have to shoot it in order to get both of the twins, both of the brothers in the same shot, you know, at the same time, especially when you have a lot of other characters in it, it becomes a bit technical. Sometimes I felt like it was my first time shooting a movie. But as far as the characters are concerned, once we got into a rhythm of, you know, shooting the scene as Smoke, and then me having to go change and kind of like, you know, mentally become one of the other brothers. Once we got that cadence down, you know, it was pretty seamless.
Can you just switch like that?
Not like that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like give me like 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I listen to a lot of, you know, different music. I had different playlists for each character. You know, the costumes were a bit different. You know, they had different grills and gold caps on their teeth. So there was a lot of other things that helped me feel like one brother or the other, and actually how other characters treated me. You know what I'm saying? Sammy was different towards Stack than he was to Smoke, and likewise to the other characters in the movie.
You witnessed the transition of Michael on set every day firsthand, and what was the most wow moment of him to you on or off set?
I would say it just was such an amazing thing to sit back and watch him take on both of these roles and switch back and forth, sometimes multiple times a day. For one person to track all of that and keep both of these characters as specific and nuanced as he did is no easy task, and he did it so effortlessly and made it so easy for all of us to show up and be there. It was so clear which twin he was stepping on set as, so we just had to show up and match his work ethic and his level of passion for the project.
Did they pay you double for 2 roles?
Hey, you know what? You should represent me. Yeah, I like the way you think. They did not, but I'm gonna put that in the next contract. You good?
We gonna kill every last one of you.
And this must be your first time covering so much blood. How fun was it, and how good was it to be back?
Oh my goodness, it was my first time. There's a first for everything, I guess. This time it was being covered in blood, and it was a very wild experience. On one hand, it was extremely intense and you know, something that helped getting into the place of where Mary was in that moment, and at the same time it was sticky and it was yucky, and I couldn't wait to get it off at the end of the day.
Great job. And Jack, should I call you Beyonce? That tic-tac dance scene, I want to rewatch that right away for a million times. And how long did you practice and shoot for that scene? Any interesting behind-the-scenes story for us?
Yeah, I was practicing hard. As soon as I got the role, I thought, right, I need to nail this bit. So, yeah, I was rehearsing in London before I got to New Orleans, and then turning up to New Orleans and rehearsing there. It was great. We had the facilities to do that. You know, anytime I felt like I needed to practice, it was accommodated, and we were working with amazing professionals. Not only that, but with the singing too. Being in a recording studio, spending whole days in there, it was living my best Beyonce life. You know, just with an Irish dancing element.
Because we always tap into our Beyonce.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
How about the bloody makeup? How long did you need to do that every day on set?
It does, just throw it on. Yeah, that's quite an easy application. The blood.
Yeah?
Yeah. The blood's just slap it on there. Ow. The fingers and
everything
else.
Sure.
That's where the real kind of refinery goes into it. But yeah. Like the blood was, they were just slapping it on.
Will somebody take me in your
Miles, if you don't say, we would never know you were actually kind of newbie to guitar. How hard did you practice and learn all that?
Oh man, that was a day-to-day process. I think we had like 2 months before filming to kind of prepare. So I met up with a guitarist. His name is Randy Bolin, a crazy guitarist, and he kind of helped me learn the fundamentals of the blues. So I would travel to Philly every day on the Amtrak, and we would go and rehearse and practice, and he would show me how to use the slide and the different, intricate parts of the guitar. And after that, we flew out to New Orleans, and that's when we started filming, and I was ready by then.
And Jamie, the moment you sang and danced blew my mind, but I heard that you had a panic attack in the recording booth.
Oh, who told you that?
A little bird.
Who gave you that tea?
Eyes and ears.
That's hilarious. Yeah. I had a little panic attack. I genuinely did. Because I hadn't sang for 10 years. And so
Right.
now I'm singing this song and I'm getting in a studio booth, and I mean, like, the nerves set in. I was like every repressed feeling I had around singing in that moment was fighting for dear life. And
Yes, yeah.
I had that moment, and I needed that moment, because I got in my car, I breathed, I let some tears stroll down, and I was like, oh, I got this now, right? Because that moment's over, right? That's done. And after that, I had this like newfound courage and like fearlessness that, okay, I can do this.
Go have another bite at it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just needed whiskey.
So how long did you shoot for the big one-shot take?
Oh, the party scene.
The performance you're talking about.
No, it's when Preacher Boy is singing in the Juke, and then the
roof
fire.
folds up. Yeah.
That was not one take.
Yeah, but that's how it looks. It comes off like it's one take.
See?
That's the beauty of Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
It looks
Talk.
like one
Speak,
take,
speak,
but it was
speak.
not one take. It was actually, and the beauty of Autumn, our director of photography, because what they've done is they've made a seamless transition
That's right.
of several shots, because there was pyrotechnics, there was multiple people coming in and out,
Right.
so it took a while because it wasn't just one shot.
You were covered in blood, did all sorts of crazy stuff. What was the craziest moment to you throughout the whole shooting process on or off set?
And if you're looking for crazy, the one crazy thing I'll say that was crazy was that the real live loose alligator stumbled onto set at one point and tried to make himself at home in the film.
I wasn't there this day, but we're in the middle of New Orleans, and suddenly, with certain locations that they were in, I was getting texts and videos in the group chat of an alligator trying to make a cameo in our movie. So things like that were happening often.
So scary.
He wanted some. Huh?
He needed some.
Let me get some.
Let me give me a little. Let me get a piece of this.
Let me just break me off a little something.
I want to see the Magic Man. Where's he? I heard the Magic Man.
Shut up. Shut up.
This is how the set was. It was a lot of fun. Sorry, we won't take up your time. Sorry. Next question.
I'm sorry.
Did you really eat the big white garlic? Were those the real deal?
Thankfully, they did not make us eat. No, it was not real garlic. It was something else.
What was that?
It was
White chocolate.
It was white. It was white chocolate. It was white chocolate.
I mean, it still wasn't very pleasant to have so many of because
No, all
it
that
just
sugar,
was pure
yeah.
sugar.
Oh,
But it was not garlic. It was
Yeah.
not garlic.
That's a funny scene.
That is
That's one that I looked at. That's a scene that I looked at that I was like, man, I wish I was in that one. That one was funny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.